both shadow and substance of things and ideas you just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
So today is day 8, it's just after midday, we're at Hollywood Studios, about to go into Batuu, and we're flying out at 8 o'clock this evening, just trying to get a couple more rides in before we fly back. I'm not happy.
So the main reason we were following this guy is because we found it quite interesting how much you could get away with wearing in terms of costumes. We had read a bit about the fact that you weren't allowed to wear full art costumes before you went in the park, but apparently this is a term that's quite common in the Disney world, is bounding, where you wear clothes that are similar to costumes but not a costume as such.
So as you may know, there's an app that you can use to distract you and pass the time while you're standing in endless queues. It's very draining on the battery, so be wary of that, but one of the things I would strongly recommend, just for fun, just for kicks, is to go to the side of the entrance to Smugglers Run, where the Millenium Falcon sits, and there's a hack you can do to the onboard computer which basically makes it jet out steam, and you can do this as much as you like, which I proved over a half-hour period. And it actually makes people jump in the queue sometimes if it catches them at the right time. I also wonder if it affects any other parts, like maybe the onboard toilet.
What's so special about that Falcon ship? Now it can even take off.
Thanks, how you doing?
Very good. First timers on the planet?
No.
No?
In here, but not on the planet.
Frequent street miles or something?
You could say that. So that's the chocolate. I think isn't this yours? Mine was the berry thing.
Yeah, that to me says berry.
Yeah. Although it's got chocolate cake underneath. This is supposed to be mango, so it must be this one. Chicken's kind of got like a fish finger type vibe going on. What are the meatballs like? The hummus is quite neat. Try some. I'm better going to scratch. What's that? What? Mash is like, standard mash. But then that green, whatever the green stuff is, it's got like a real kind of kick to it. much a kick, but more of a peppery flavour.
Overall, I didn't like the chicken at all. I didn't like the macaroni cheese that came with the chicken, and the broccoli was really, really overcooked, so I wouldn't go for that option again. The mashed potato and the green gravy was quite an interesting taste, but with the chicken, I wouldn't have it. I'd definitely give Darren's meal a try, or maybe try one of the other options on the menu.
That's a good try with the... I didn't use it.
Yeah, it's quite nice. It's got like a nice kind of berry flavour going on. A little tangy. Like a mousse.
From where I'm sat, it looks like raw meat. Yeah, so it's got like a glaze. It doesn't taste of anything particular, like a white chocolate glaze maybe.
Right.
Green sponge cake on top. And then like layers of white and milk chocolate mousse. And then what feels like a bit like a brownie. Like it's sitting on like a sort of dense,
Like a moist
base.
brownie.
And then that reminds me of kind of like that's very similar to the Endorian, whatever the cheesecake we have there.
Right. What does it taste like?
Like hard to tell, like just a fruity custard.
You know what fruit tastes like, don't you? What?
So we went to Docking Bay 7 on the last day. It's the only time we'd actually been in because we were so obsessed with Ronto wraps at Ronto Roasters. So we thought we'd better try it before we leave. Yeah, it's okay. It's I'd say the food's mediocre. It's nicely presented on the whole, but it's typical. And also, some of it doesn't look very appetizing. The dessert's really pretty, but I do prefer the taste and presentation of the canteen in Pandora, the Avatar Land in Animal Kingdom. As we were leaving, we also realised, we should have sat outside because it looked a lot nicer as an environment to sit in. Not so many sort of kids running around, just a bit more. And it also kind of fit the land a bit more. It didn't feel so much like a McDonald's.
My overall impression of Docking Bay is that I would like to go back again and try it. I'd prefer to try Darren's meal that he had as opposed to the one I had. The chicken I didn't like at all, and I wouldn't have that meal again. But I would like to go back again and try it for a second time and give it another go.
Falcon before we head back to the airport and back to England.
Time is money. Flight engineer, repair test. Hit your flashing buttons. Good job, engineer. Right pilot, push the flashing button to take off. Pilot on the left, move your stick to fly right and left. I was just about to say that. Pilot on the right. Pull back on the stick to fly up. And push forward to fly down. Weapons are online. Left pilot, hit the gustos. Now let's go get that coaxial. Right pilot, make the jump to light speed. Those heavy dies are protecting the train. Take them out! They've locked onto us. Take evasive action! Gunners, we need to defend ourselves. Open fire! Ah, there it is. After that plane. Flight engineers, fire the harpoon. Excellent. Gunners, shoot the cargo free. Pilot brakes! Well, my friends, that could have been much worse. Okay, it's much worse. Yes, you got one! Excellent, my friends. Now cover up the ship. Well, I grab the coaxium. You see, just as I promised, my friend. Now that the resistance has what they need, maybe a little something from Otto. Pilots, line up behind the train so we can harpoon that last car. Flight engineers, fire the harpoons and reel us in. Get behind the train. Pilots, into the center. Gunners, shoot the train. Cargo, retreat, shooting. I thought you had it. Gunship. Oh, that's ridiculous. Things are getting too hot. We've got to get out of here. A distraction. Fire the missiles at the train. Hurry. Watch out. The Star Destroyer is collapsing. Left pilot. Hit the boosters. Boost. We made it. I don't believe it, but we made it. Now, let's get out of here. Great job, my friends. You retrieved one container of coaxium. This will greatly help the resistance. You have heard the first order and made Chewie proud. Now, after my modest profit, your cut minus what you owe me for damaging the Falcon is... Oh, that was rough.
We have a brilliant freighter that needs immediate transport back to the maintenance bay. This thing is...
Well, that was the last ride on the Millenium Falcon. Now back to the car and back to London. go, the most awful pilots we've ever experienced, because they weren't us. We had a work cut out for us as engineers because they really damaged the ship. But now it's off to the airport / spaceport, and bye bye Batuu. Bye bye Batuu. We have had some amazing skies on our trip here in Orlando, and today's final one is no disappointment.
So on the flight home, Darren had the pasta option for the meal. I actually quite enjoyed this flight meal. It's not often that I enjoy airplane food. You just more enjoy it because you're traveling somewhere and you're on your way for your holiday. But this wasn't too bad actually. We also got a bit of cake love going on there. Get a key lime cake love. And I had a chicken curry with a spinach dal, which actually was quite good. I enjoyed that meal right before you had a little nap, sleep overnight. And I was watching Mark Maron on the film, which made it even better. A bit of a Mark Maron fan.
So that's it, guys. It's the last day. It's our last afternoon in Walt Disney World, and it's been amazing. Rob rushed back to the car. I hung around to get a last-minute purchase. That you'll see in upcoming episodes. We may have finished the trip, but we've got more episodes coming up. So we've got a trip and guide around Coronado Springs, which is the beautiful resort we stayed in. And we haven't showed it much in this series up to now because we wanted to dedicate a whole episode to it. We'll also have shopping and also a shopping haul. So you'll get to see all the merch that I spent most of my money on. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Catch us next week for more, like I say. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And we are also on Instagram and Twitter. Robbo and Gent on Twitter, and Aussierobbo and the English Gent on Instagram. Have a look and you'll see a few more shots from the lands we've visited, the stuff we've got up to, and a bit of the history of ourselves going to the parks up to now.